y'all, welcome to Diamond and Silk Crystal Clear. We your host, Diamond and Silk, and Silk oh Silk.
Diamond oh Diamond.
Okay, so a lot of stuff has jumped off this week. You know, I really cannot believe, Silk, that we are now, to me, in my humble opinion, living in a communist country.
Oh, yeah.
Where everything is so one-sided, and it's almost like it's backwards.
Yeah.
You know, so we were able to review the commission hearing that happened the other day about what happened with January the 6th. And the first thing that came to my mind when I started looking at it was, who wrote the script?
Come on.
Okay. Yeah. Because in my humble opinion, everything seems scripted.
Everything seemed very, very scripted. And when I think about it, Diamond, you know, for all of my police officers out there, thank you for protecting and serving. But for those officers, those 4 officers that were sitting up there, they seemed like drama queen. They seemed very theatrical, and they all sniffed on cue as if they was looking for somebody to bring them a teddy bear or a hug.
Well, watching these men cry, they all looked like they had been emasculated.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
And they don't, you know, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. These men right here, they don't need to be protecting nobody.
Yeah. How you
I felt like I need to jump into action to coddle somebody.
That's right. Especially if I call them for them to come to my rescue or something.
Right.
I don't need them to be crying in the middle of rescuing me.
And can I say this? I understand that these men had a hard time on January the 6th. But, you know, the American people also had a hard time during the summer of 2020. And it was over 200 some days.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
I see exactly.
So it can't be one-sided. You got to look at all sides here.
That's right.
But this looked like another production from Queen Nancy Pelosi and her antics, you all.
That's right.
And if you don't believe me, let's take a look at this.
We did not receive timely reinforcement and support we needed. In contrast, during the Black Lives Matter protests last year, U.S. Capitol Police had all the support we needed and more. Why the different response?
Okay, so here's what my deal is. You know, I always have a question.
Okay, we have questions.
I always have a question.
Yeah.
Why wasn't the U.S. Capitol fully staffed with police when you know thousands upon thousands of people were going to be up there in the D.C. area?
That's right.
Who responsibility was it to staff them, and why wasn't they staffed?
Why wasn't there? Well, that's right. That's right. And also, you know, this gentleman mentioned about the Black Lives Matter protests and how they had what they needed to support that they needed and everything. But you got to remember that President Trump made sure that you had what you needed.
Right.
But see, as for January the 6th, Nancy Pelosi said no to a lot of the stuff that you all needed. See?
Oh, Queen Nancy.
That's right.
Yeah, and her antics.
That's right.
Oh, but that's not all, you all.
That's not all.
Let's take a look at this.
The last thing I remember hearing over the air before departing for the Capitol grounds was confirmation that our explosive ordnance disposal team had discovered a device. Given which unit was being associated with the device, I immediately realized MPD had discovered a bomb of some type near the Capitol. This thought was never far from my mind for the rest of the day.
Okay, now, Silk, Silk.
Diamond.
Okay, now, if a bomb was discovered at the Capitol, then why did Congress members go back inside of the Capitol to certify an election?
Come on.
You would have thought that all of that they would have taken, and nobody wouldn't have been able to be at that Capitol.
They would have evacuated the entire area. Okay? Where was the bomb squad? Was the bomb squad there? I mean, you know, some stuff is just not adding up.
It's not.
And it's not making any sense.
Right. It's not. Oh, but that's not all.
That's not all.
Take a look at this.
Around this time, one of the terrorists who had scaled the scaffolding that adorned the Capitol at the time threw something heavy down at me and struck me in the head, disorienting me. I suspect this resulted in the likely concussion I dealt with in the weeks after.
Now, I don't understand how you can refer to an American or Americans as terrorists. The ones that was up there on January the 6th.
Right.
But refer to the ones that did the summer of love, what they call the looting and the rioting, refer to them as protesters.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I really don't
and
get that.
And nobody's been charged as an insurrectionist or as a terrorist.
But I want to know, did the people scaling the walls, did they get arrested, or did they just point out people?
That's right.
To say, okay, we're going to arrest this person, and this person, all they was doing was holding a cell phone.
And keep in mind that it takes skills to scale a wall.
So it sounds like this was some professionalism going on up through here.
And see, these people, I'm listening to them talk, these officers talk, and they're making all of these statements without factual evidence. I want to know, where are the cameras and the evidence based off of what they're saying? Because they're just making a lot of statements, but I don't see any evidence.
Okay, well, that ain't all. Take a look at this, y'all.
Before I begin, I'd like to take a moment of my time to ask for a moment of silence for my fallen colleague, Officer Brian Sicknick, who died from injuries he sustained in the line of duty defending the capital of our beloved democracy.
You know what, Silk? Okay, first of all, when you start off with a lie, I can't believe nothing else you have to say.
Nothing else.
Because an officer did not get killed during January the 6th.
Nuh-uh.
Ashley Babbitt was the one that got killed.
That's right. That's right. And according to the medical examiner, Mr. Brian Sicknick suffered 2 strokes, and his death was from natural causes.
Right.
Okay, this happened from natural causes. Okay, so this gentleman here basically just lied.
Wow.
Okay,
I wonder, was he under oath?
Oh,
but that ain't all, y'all.
That's not all.
Take a look at this.
That prompted a torrent of racial epithets. One woman in a pink MAGA shirt yelled, "You hear that, guys? This voted for Joe Biden." Then the crowd, perhaps around 20 people, joined in screaming, "Boo!"
Okay, wait a minute. I feel like this man is Jesse Smollett-ing us.
That's exactly what
Where's the recording of this?
Where?
Because this is hard for me to believe. That's why you can't start your testimony off with a lie.
That's right.
And think I'm going to believe everything that you say.
Now, as a black man, let me tell you something.
Come on.
You have a lot of black people that get really upset when they're called the N-word, okay? And if he's in authority, I want to know, why didn't he arrest anybody? And if these people was on trespassing on restricted area, why didn't anybody get apprehended or arrested?
Well, I don't know, but you know what, Silk?
Yeah.
I am so getting tired of the left.
Yeah.
Okay? And their antics. They're wasting our money on this commission. Well, if you want to start a commission, when are y'all going to start a commission on the Russia collusion witch hunt? Remember that? When are y'all going to start a commission on Nancy Pelosi and how she tried to stage a coup, calling General Milley, telling him to block President Trump for using the nuclear code?
When?
Where's the commission about that?
That's right.
When are you all going to call a commission on what happened in the summer of 2020?
When?
When they going to do that? When you going to start a commission on looking into these members of Congress and how they go in poor and now they all filthy rich?
Filthy rich.
When you going to start a commission on Jim Crow Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and to their ties with China? When are you all going to start a commission about what's happening right now and how Americans are being harmed with this virus?
That's right.
Start a commission on that. You want to waste taxpayer dollars? How about you waste it on something that's going to benefit us, the American people?
That's right.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.